In life, everyone has their kryptonites. Even Superman, even Batman, even us, and even UFC fighters. So today on Dodson's Corner, we're going to be going through 10 or so UFC fighters and talking about their kryptonites inside or outside of the UFC.
What's your kryptonite?
Women.
It's classic.
Yeah, what's yours?
I would also,
Men? Oh,
got him.
oh, just
Hey,
kidding.
I have a kid now. All right.
Yeah.
So calm down. Okay, well, I'll start us off with the first one. I got Dagestan fighters and cardio.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we've seen Said Nurmagomedov, we've seen Usman Nurmagomedov, wasn't as bad, and then we see Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, I'm not saying they have the worst cardio. Said was pretty bad, but other than that, Umar took on the highest paced guy ever. But it's just I think it might be a little bit of a chink in the armor,
What?
A chink in their armor. Don't take it weird, bro. Don't make it weird.
Are you? Can we say that word?
Yes, I can say that word.
I don't know if that's the correct term.
It's a chink in their armor. What do you mean, bro?
Someone who once dated a Asian girl, I think that's slur. Oh no,
bro! It's a chink in the armor. It's a phrase. Yeah, a chink in one's armor refers to an area of vulnerability. Well, I don't know why you had to make it so weird.
All right, I'm moving on to John Jones and his kryptonite.
Cocaine.
Well, at first I wrote down the law. He's got a few. The law.
Yeah.
Keeping his hands off of women.
Yeah. Hey, I'll admit that one's tough.
12 to 6 elbows, cheating, steroids,
everything.
But then I also wrote down
being a good person.
The name of two lads, Tom Aspinall and Francis Ngannou. Those are his kryptonites. What if you say that you could say that those are the reasons he partakes in these other activities because they keep him up every night. He's haunted by them. He's running away from them, and he's running to these substances and these hypocrisies of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. Sorry, I zoned out. But yeah, sounds like you were talking some good stuff there.
It was good.
Okay. I got Sean Strickland and forward pressure. The dude, when he really needs to put on some pressure and get a KO, he can't do it. So when he's I guess a better way to phrase this would be Sean Strickland and not being in control. Because when he's in control, he's pushing forward. So that is forward pressure. But when he's not in control and someone else is dictating the pace of the fight, he cannot win. He cannot pick up the pace. He can't change up his style. He only has about two good weapons, and that's the teep and the jab. It's seriously bad. As much as I don't like Eric Nixa coming out and dissing his own fighter, but something's got to change.
Well, when Sean's in control, he's an elite striker. Mm-hmm. But when he's not in control,
he's a punching bag.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. He just sits there and he waits and then he'll try for a counter, and then he just gets hit.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not enough output, not enough volume. It's just sad.
All right, my next fighter. The contrary to my last pick, Tom Aspinall, his kryptonite is John Jones and becoming champion. That is the thing that is stopping him. That's keeping him up at night. John Jones is in his nightmares, and Aspinall's in Jones's nightmares.
So they're in each other's nightmares?
Yeah.
Inside each other when they sleep?
You could say that. You realistically could say that. Hopefully...
International Fight Week.
Yeah.
Jones Aspinall.
317.
Yeah.
Could be a banger.
Probably not though. The UFC's gonna ruin it. The UFC's not gonna make it happen. No, maybe they will.
The thing is with the Jones card too is that you get these hype prospects on it.
Yeah.
You get Bo Nickel on the main card.
I think, hey, Bo Nickel could be on 314 and 317, quick turnaround. Then he's ranked 4th.
And then he's fighting Hamzat. The minus 1,000 favorite versus Hamzat too.
I'll take that bet every day of the week. I'll be betting on Bo. Oh, such a bad bet. My next pick, Max Holloway and shorter fighters.
Little Vulcan, little
Topuria. When he has to face the teeny weeny guys, the 5'5", 5'6", 5'7" guys, he struggles.
Does this not work against those little guys?
That's what I'm saying. You know, the point down, they're already down there, so it doesn't work. I mean, obviously, you know, Calvin Kattar was shorter than him. There's like, you know, slight people who are shorter. He's fine. But when it gets to that 5'6" range and just the tight ball of muscle, it's tough to beat those guys as a long rangy striker.
Little bowling pin.
Exact bowling. Oh, he's a bowling pin?
No, they are.
How's that make sense? Bowling pins are tall and skinny.
No, they're thick at the bottom.
Yeah. I would say like Volk is more of a bowling ball though. You know?
Ooh.
That's what he feels like to me.
He feels like a bowling ball?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's just like a built, you know? He's more wide than straight up and down.
So was a...
No.
Well, this video is cursed.
This video's
We haven't had a cursed video in a while, so it's good that it came back around.
I don't know, like I'm still thinking about the beginning of this video, you know? It was a weird
That was
strange times.
Our kryptonite and getting through a video.
So what's your next thing?
Is a guy that you already named, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Sean Strickland. His kryptonite, Dricus Duplessis. No one has made Sean Strickland look worse than Dricus Duplessis outside of Prayer, but Prayer is different.
Yeah.
You know, like Prayer is Thanos.
Yeah.
You know? But Sean Strickland, 2 losses against Dricus when he's beaten guys that are on par with Dricus. You know, when he beat Adesanya, that's probably on par with where Dricus is now. But then just to get schooled twice by Dricus, I mean, the first fight wasn't schooled, but losing to a guy twice, that's your kryptonite, because you probably will never get that chance again. He's never going to get another chance at Dricus unless it's like a few years down the road and it's not for a belt or anything.
No,
you know?
there's no way they ever make that fight again.
It's going to be the one that haunts him for the rest of his career.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that. My next pick is going to be Hamzat and the Scale. This dude, it's so annoying.
I got Hamzat staying healthy.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. It's Hamzat and actually fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, once he makes it in that octagon, you know you're in for literally the best fight on the card.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just, is it worth the stress of knowing this could be over at any second, you know? I was thinking about the Dricus versus Hamzat matchup and just like, do we actually want Hamzat as our champion? You know, as much as like it'll be a good fight if it happens.
I don't think he's as good as a champion as Dricus.
No, I don't either, because he's not going to fight as much. And there's, if you build a card around Hamzat Chimaev, there is a 50% chance that you are going to have to need a backup.
Yeah, you're gonna need to have a backup. You're gonna need something in place every single time.
Yeah.
And he's probably be fighting on these Saudi cards too.
Yeah.
So
because you know, as much as Dana White says, "Oh, well, we can get him to the U.S." Why haven't you done it? You know, why haven't you done it?
Fighting on Fighters Island.
I don't believe him. And Hamzat has even said he's still having visa issues. So
all the potential in the world. If he never becomes champion, he'll be the one. It's like all the potential. All right, moving on. My next guy, Bryce Mitchell, and keeping his mouth shut. There's a few guys you could talk about, but it feels like Bryce Mitchell's, you know what? He did some stuff. He's grown in popularity because he's been mentioned in every single video over the last week.
Yeah.
I don't think we've made a video that he hasn't been in.
Yeah, true.
Because this guy just can't help himself day after day. Something new he says, you know. And I also have Josh Emmett on there as his kryptonite because I believe Josh Emmett did something to him. He gave him that CTE. He gave him and Antonio Brown. They got the same thing over there.
Did you watch the Theo Von?
I haven't watched it. I've seen the clips. I want to watch it because I think it would just be hilarious.
It's wild.
I can imagine.
It's so wild.
I can imagine.
A lot of waffle going on in there. Like, it's crazy.
There is a lack of brain cells in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can I can genuinely, like, from the clips I've seen, I can imagine.
It's the whole podcast.
It's hours of this.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably pretty similar to when we saw Theo Von live and just random sporadics, new stories, new things, random.
Well, and it's like Antonio Brown talks like he talks like he has CTE, which he probably does, right? And then Theo Von imitates his guests I think it's on purpose because he's a comedian, but he acts like it's not on purpose. So it's like Theo Von talking like a black person, but like kind of like special, you know? So it's just like a weird situation because he tries to mimic like mannerisms of the people he's with, and so it's just hilarious because Antonio Brown sounds like all right, Jose Aldo and learning English. How many years has this dude been in the UFC and he still doesn't know English? Taboria picked that crap up in 3 years, you know?
Pereira speaks great English.
Well,
He's just a man of few words.
I don't blame Pereira for being 35 and not speaking English or learning.
How long did he live in Brazil for? Like how long is he sorry, not in Brazil.
Yeah,
like how long has he actually been in America for?
Exactly.
5 years.
I don't blame him because when you get that old it's very difficult to learn a new language. But Jose Aldo started in WEC and like he was like 20 something and you could have picked up a new language and built up a fan base. And I think it is like, on one hand, it contributes to the aura of that person, similar to what it did to Pereira. You know, just doesn't talk, let the fighting does the talking, which I think is even better. But I just wonder, like, what could have been if he could have clapped back at McGregor.
Clip, clap, clap.
Clip, clap.
Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. But don't you think, like,
Clippity clap.
the Dagestanis learn English, and that's harder for them? Coming from Russian.
Yeah.
And I think Portuguese is slightly easier. Weird.
I really liked at 312 when I was expecting Zhang Weili to like not even really talk.
Oh yeah,
you know?
and
then when she grabbed the microphone and started yelling, I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's my girl.
Her English has gotten really good.
I was like, okay, because I feel like I don't remember her actually having that good of English.
No, it was never really good.
And then boom.
But I guess it's been a year since she's fought.
Yeah, when you don't fight.
That's all you gotta do, study English.
Duolingo all day.
Facts.
On the bike.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
That's all.
Dude, I think she did it for too long, though.
I know.
She drew that shit out. Like,
I know.
It was like 5 minutes long.
I know.
Everyone had cleared out the arena.
It's clip farming.
All right, my next guy up, Dustin the Diamond Poirier, and winning the championship fights.
I have Dustin in submissions. Yeah, in championship fights.
Like he gets the submissions?
No.
I know.
How would that be his kryptonite?
He can never cinch it in. He's so close. Jump in the gilly.
The I guess like the temptation of the gilly
screws him over.
would be his kryptonite.
His own curiosity.
Yeah.
Gets the best of him sometimes. But yeah.
Curiosity killed the cat. That's a saying.
Deep.
Deep. Yeah.
No, I think it's just tough because it's like we have the guy who's the best non-champion ever. Mm-hmm. And you know that he's got that interim belt hung up on his mantle, but it don't feel the same. It honestly haunts him probably.
Yeah, he probably threw that out.
I don't know at this point. Like, you'd rather be an interim champ than not a champ at all.
Yeah.
You know, and he tells himself, I had to go up against the 3 best lightweights of all time.
He did.
Yeah. But
he never fought Tony Ferguson. That's the best lightweight of all time. We all know he would have beaten Khabib.
True that.
Khabib ducked him. If you don't get the joke, watch our other video. It's one of my best moments for Tony Ferguson's career, ducking Khabib. Okay, next up, Charles Oliveira and strong wrestlers. Seems like he has a little bit of a problem when someone is willing to jump into his guard. You know, that's whenever he gets knocked down, he's just like, you know, kicks his legs.
It's a rare thing for someone to be better than him on the ground. Mm-hmm. But when they are, Charles is cut.
It's so raps, yeah. And it's also maybe he's getting a little bit older now, but, you know, he uses that guard to recover against Gaethje and against Poirier and against Chandler. And then when you have Makhachev and Arman, who are like, dive head first into the guard. Yeah, it's like, oh, whoa.
I don't think this is how BJJ fights go. So
exactly.
Can we get a stand up? Yeah. He's just like trying to take a breath, and it's like, oh no, there's an autistic guy on top of me.
Yeah.
My dad was watching the hockey game last night, and he was like,
"What, Sweden versus Canada?"
No, USA versus Finland. And he was like, Brady to Chuck. He's like, right now I've been working on my all autism team. He's like, Brady to Chuck, he makes it. And then I was like, who else on? He's like, Peyton Manning, he's on it. He started naming off these different athletes that are on his all autism team.
Islam Makhachev.
I got to introduce him to his craft.
Yeah.
He might be the captain.
Yeah.
Next guy up, Michael Chandler. Can you think about who or what his kryptonite might be?
Conor McGregor.
It's Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Well, they haven't even fought, but
the thought of this fight has
ruined him.
Destroyed him. Mm-hmm. He's not the man he used to be.
No.
He's no longer Iron Mike. He's just Michael Chandler.
Mike. Yes. Okay. He's just his name.
He's not Iron Mike though.
He's what's softer than iron? He's Copper Mike.
Aluminium.
Why'd you say it like a British person?
Aluminium Chandler.
I'm trying to think of Minecraft elements. You know, like what's lower than iron?
Oh,
Wooden Mike.
Coal Mike.
Coal Mike. The diamond.
Lapis
Mike.
Lazuli Mike.
The diamond Mike cart.
Lucas in reading.
Robert Whittaker and pressure environments. Bro throws every time he should win a fight.
Go one championship win, and that's all he needed. He got his championship win, and it was like, I never got to do this again.
So annoying, dude. Every time he needs a win, every time he needs a big comeback, and it feels like he's building momentum, he just goes right back down. You know, like the Hamza fight, he needed that win to get back in title contention. He lost. The only like clutch factor that I feel like he had was against Vettori, but then you think like, oh, Vettori wasn't, he's not that great. And then DDP, you know, a fight that I think he should have won. But again, we didn't. It's tough to say because DDP, you know, I love that saying where it's like on paper, everyone beats DDP, but DDP can't read.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. Whittaker should have won that fight. Adesanya should have won that fight. But they just can't.
Yeah.
So every time Whittaker is in a pressure environment, I just feel like he kind of cracks a little bit. So
Yeah, I think with Whittaker too, he did get that big win over Ikram, so that's gonna feed him for the next fight.
Yeah.
I think a fight versus him versus Sean would be really interesting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like whoever loses that fight,
Washed.
yeah, they gotta hang it up because like they ain't got nothing left.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Whittaker's next fight is because he said he's coming back for June, which could probably be International Fight Week.
And Sean could fight in June again.
Or even Kyle. Kyle's been out for so long.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Whittaker versus Kyle. That's a matchup we don't talk about for Kyle. I think it's a tough fight for him too because Whittaker hits hard.
Yeah, I could see Whittaker getting rocked early but then like putting on a masterclass because Kyle's like...
They're both going to rock each other.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, my next guy, Carlos Prates and saying no. He failed the DARE program in school.
He what?
He failed the DARE program in school.
I thought you said feraled.
I think I messed up my word. So every day at the gym when I go and ask for a long blue band to warm up with, I really struggle with saying long blue band quickly. So it's long blue long blue. So they think I'm special needs.
Yeah.
Can I get a long blue bland?
I think a lot of people think you are.
Do you got to go special?
Do you know who my favorite UFC fighter is?
Me?
Anshul Jubilee.
Why?
Because he beats Khabib. Khabib retired early, so he didn't have to fight Anshul Jubilee. That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a fact.
But Carlos Prates, you're probably one of the rare fighters left. One of the rare athletes in the world who still smokes cigarettes the way that this guy does, you know?
Yeah.
And drinks Henny.
And parties. The dude's crazy.
He's just got to take it seriously, you know? 2 years, win the belt, and then once you win the belt, you can go back to having a good time.
2-3 years Dagestan and forget. How many more do you have?
3.
Oh my goodness.
How many more do you have?
Well, I have a couple, but they're all bad.
I have these are you know, different ones. We can rapid fire and end it off.
All right, rapid fire ended off. Alex Pereira in a quadrilogy. You know, he clutched 3 times against he literally clutched 3 times against Adesanya. First one was like could have gone either way decision. Second one KO'd him when he was losing the fight. Third one KO'd him in the last round when he was losing the fight. Fourth one looked like he was winning, and then Adesanya reversed the magic.
Just boom.
Yeah, exactly. That was literally what it looked like, guys. If you weren't there, Dylan just did it.
It's our clip.
It's our clip. So yeah, Alex Pereira in a quadrilogy. Historically, he's awful on quadrilogies.
Quintuple at trilogies, though? You just wait for 5.
Who knows?
Peyton Talbot and grappling. It's pretty self-explanatory now.
Yeah.
He needs to work on that one.
Rip. Anthony Smith against people he should beat. And then against people he shouldn't beat, he wins.
That is a good one. Or almost it takes John Jones to a decision.
Yeah, exactly. Like does well against the most random people and then loses against the most bummy people.
Yeah. Johnny Walker and being hit in the head, which probably isn't the best kryptonite to have as a UFC fighter.
Yeah. Sergey Pavlovich and rangy fighters.
Tai Tuivasa and the Tafa brothers and winning.
Samoan Islands are cooked.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for us today.
Do I look big? Do I look big right now?
I got a good story for you off camera.
Oh, why not on camera?
She'll never watch this.
Say it. Do it.
The other night, this girl.
Say it with pride, man.
Other night, this girl, I'm wearing this shirt looks real good on me. It hugs the biceps well. She asked me if my biceps have gotten bigger. Can you guess who it was?
Your mom?
No.
Who? Oh my gosh.
We sew back. Oh.
You're getting too excited.
Sorry. All right. That's going to wrap it up for us today. I think I might have already said that. Make sure you guys go down, like the video, subscribe while you're down there. Let us know who you think. Peace.
See ya.